Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Foolish Beauty. If you're new here, my name is TJ and welcome to my beauty, travel and luxury lifestyle channel. Now today's video is going to be a little bit of a get ready with me video, which I haven't done probably for the longest time. I really wanted to do this video because 2018 has definitely been the year of hiatus for yours truly, and I do feel bad for kind of putting YouTube on the back burner for the entire year. And so yeah, I think this video is just going to be a little bit of a catch up, but also putting my current favorite products on my face because I've been watching a lot of the best of 2018 videos. So yes, without further delay, let's get this face beat. Right, we're zoomed in nice and close. Now I have already cleansed and moisturized my face, so this video is definitely not going to go into the skincare, hair care territory. But if you would like to see a skincare and hair care favorites video of mine, then please make sure you comment below in the comment section. I always love to hear from you guys, and any video suggestions will always help me out. So right now my lips are actually feeling quite dry, so I'm going to go in with my favorite lip product of the year, which is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This specific one was actually kindly sent to me by my friend Amina from Glam Touch. Totally not sponsored, but I absolutely love this product, and of course it has become a cult favorite for so many people. I totally adore Glam Touch because it is one-stop shop for all your Korean beauty cult favorite products, so I highly recommend. Onto primer, I have been honestly loving the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is a little sample tub which I will definitely run out and buy some more as soon as this runs out. It's a very nourishing and moisturizing kind of base. It doesn't minimize your pores, but it's so good. Now onto the slightly more chit-chatty section of this video. As far as 2018 was concerned, I actually have been traveling a lot. We went to LA, we went to New York, we went to Canada, we went to Montreal, and went to the most amazing wedding. Nazra got married, and I felt so bad I didn't tell you guys about any of these trips. We also went to the Maldives and celebrated Mike's birthday. Mike is my husband, if you're new here, and yeah, we had such an amazing year, but it was the most amazing year yet. It was the year that I filmed the least, which was definitely bizarre for me, and I'll get onto it a little bit later on. The next favorite when it comes to base product is definitely the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, Hollywood Flawless Filter even. I love to use the shade number 1 to really lift and give light to my skin. People seem to really have a difficult time to pinpoint it as a primer or a base product or a foundation, and reality is it is all of those and none of those. Basically you can use it however you want. It does just provide a little bit of a filter finish, as the name suggests. A favorite brush of mine to use with my base product this year definitely has to be the MAC 133S brush. At this point I will also use one of my favorite concealer, which is Glossier Stretch Concealer, to just dip in a little bit and then go in with the concealer mixed in with the Flawless Filter. And that's basically how I've been doing my base. If you follow me on Instagram, where I usually do a lot of my tutorials, you will see this is honestly my preferred method, which is kind of just letting my real skin shine through, because the more base I have on, the more I have to worry about it throughout the day. And quite honestly, I have just reached a stage in life where that is not my jam anymore. So back to 2018, we definitely did a lot of traveling. I vlogged every single time. I came home and I looked at the footages and I thought about what I wanted to do, and I would edit halfway through and then I would lose momentum, which was the running theme of most my 2018 videos. I would film, I would edit, and then they would mostly not see the light of day. Most of the time it's just me, myself and I criticizing anything I do, and it really just stopped me in my tracks. As of January 2019, I made a pact, not a resolution, but a pact with myself that I definitely need to turn this around. And I'm not an insecure person, to be honest. I'm very confident as a person. I don't really have any insecurities, but I'm very self-critical when it comes to anything I do because I'm such a perfectionist. So none of that is going to happen this year, or or at least a lot less of that. So hopefully lots more content is coming your way. Okay, this is the base all blended out with the brush. I absolutely love the finish this gives. It's so fresh and dewy. Next on to setting powders. My favorite for the past year and definitely for the past few months has to be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder. This is so good. I'm definitely not someone who favors loose powders. Just the sheer messiness of it, no matter what the packaging, really puts me off. Even when I was a working makeup artist, I never liked them. So when a pressed powder can really live up to the duty of a loose powder, I'm fully on board, and this is definitely one of them. I usually set my face lightly with this powder, and then on a slightly more heavier coverage day I would go in with another favorite powder of mine, and this is a powder foundation. It's from Bare Mineral and it's the BarePro. The shade I'm in is Fair 01. It's not their original formula, it's a slightly more higher coverage one, but I like to kind of just go in with the center of my face to bring out that dimension. It is so good. Now the third and final powder of mine is actually from Fenty Beauty. Once again, I don't seem to hear a lot of people talking about this powder, and I think it's so underrated. It is the Invisimatte blotting powder. This powder is the final step usually I would do in my base makeup, and I would go through my T-zone with it because it's a blotting powder. It genuinely keeps my T-zone grease free for the entire day. Brow wise, Innisfree brow pencil, it is so good. Not gonna lie, my brow routine has definitely changed from last year. I have definitely really gone full on into the feather brow kind of trend. I absolutely love it. The bushier the better. But anyway, as I was saying, 2019 is definitely the year that I want to make more video. I want to come back to this channel strong, and I would absolutely love you guys to keep me accountable. Just, you know, tell me what you want to see on my channel. I know this channel is definitely taking the direction more towards the luxury end, but that is definitely where my life is moving towards, so hopefully that is okay with you guys. And of course the videos are going to be of much greater quality if I talk about the things that I'm truly passionate about. So going forward, the direction of this channel is definitely going to be more on the kind of luxury designer end. The makeup I'm using is usually either luxury brands or indie brand. I'm very passionate about indie makeup that doesn't use carmine, and I'm actually thinking about making a video all about carmine, so if you are interested in that, then please let me know in the comments. On to another favorite brow product of the year. It is from Wunder Brow. I know this is not the most kind of popular brow product to be telling you guys about because of their hard sell kind of videos on Facebook, but oh my gosh, it definitely is waterproof, and I used this when I went scuba diving in the Maldives. It didn't budge. This is so good. I am forever a facial sweater. Hands up if you are as well. So anything that doesn't budge when I get nervous and start sweating is a plus. Another major brow favorites that I have heard barely anyone mentioning is actually from Lime Crime, and these are the bushy brows. They are the best bushy feathery brow pens out there. I know there have been a lot of brands that have launched similar items this year. The tip of this product is so super fine, and it comes in so many different shades. I use it for my brows, for eyeliners, or even for freckles. The shades I use on a daily basis is Dirty Blonde for the beginning of my brow to kind of mimic a very gradient look, Baby Brown for majority of the hair mimicking, and then a little bit of brownie to add depth. If you would like to see a more detailed brow tutorial step by step, then please give this video a thumbs up, or definitely let me know in the comments below. A quick shout out to my favorite, all-time favorite eyeshadow primer. This is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This has been my yearly favorite every single year. They have come out with different shades this year, so I actually got myself in the shade Light, and this is what we're going to use as our eyeshadow base today. I love this base. Everything just shows up so well, and stays so well on top of this base. I've been dying to try the P. Louise one as well, but because I just opened this new one, so I'm going to hold off on that. Speaking of holding off, this year is definitely going to be a low buy year when it comes to makeup for me as well. I really want to be conscious about spending money on things that last longer, that doesn't have too much of a shelf life like makeup does. Of course, I will continue to review more luxury, high-end makeup and indie makeup and continue to do hauls, of course, whenever new things coming in. 2018 was definitely the year of the palettes and year of the eyeshadows. I actually got a lot of palettes, and I also fell in love with a lot of kind of glittery cream or single pot eyeshadows as well. Some of my favorite eyeshadows this year has to be from Nabla Cosmetics. I just absolutely love all of these eyeshadows. I mean, look at these colors. I will leave my single eyeshadow swatches for all of the Nabla Cosmetics up in the information bar. Also, all of their eyeshadow palettes, they came out this year, are so good. I used the Dreamy eyeshadow palette so much during the kind of fall winter months. Another indie brand eyeshadow palette I've absolutely been head over heels with is the Yemoja, I am so sorry if I'm butchering this name, but this is how you spell it, from OPV Beauty, and these are the colors. Just look at them. And again, so many reds with no carmine. It's super hard to formulate, yet they've nailed it, and I highly recommend. My final favorite palette from indie brands definitely goes to Lime Crime, and it's the Lime Crime XL Venus XL palette. It is so stunning. Just look at these colors. I cannot even begin to tell you how grateful I am to be able to use all of these pinks and reds, especially as someone who is super allergic to carmine. This is a godsend. So despite telling you guys all about my last few favorites, I'm actually going to go into a new palette. This is the Nabla Poison Garden palette. The shades in here are beautiful, in fact stunning. To start off the look, I'm going into the shade Archetype. This is a beautiful duochrome bronze shade, and I'm just going to smoke out the outer corners of my eyes with it, bringing it halfway through to almost the center of my lid. Now back onto the topic of 2019, I really want to know if you guys would like to see more tutorials or more luxury unboxing or even more luxury review videos. I know these videos have already been done before, but of course, if you want to see it from me, then just let me know. Using the other side of the MAC 239, I'm going into this purple shade right here, and I'm just going to fill in the rest of my eyes with it. I actually got this palette when it first came out, and I'm so sorry I didn't review this palette. I didn't even tell people that I got this palette. I don't know why. See, this is the problem with 2018. I think there were points in my life where I just felt so unmotivated, and to be honest, a lot of that is also down to the platform, YouTube itself. There have been times where it just never seemed to tell anyone that I've uploaded, despite the fact that they had their notification turned on. And for someone who spends days, sometimes weeks editing a video, it is extremely frustrating and even sometimes soul destroying, because you worked so hard and there is literally nothing you can do to even get your video out there for it to be seen. And I could safely say that is the hardest thing about 2018 for me personally. But going forward, I've made a pact with myself that no matter the number, I'm gonna keep on striving, keep on being consistent, and hopefully that's gonna pay off. For transition, I'm gonna go into the shade Honey with the Morphe M506 just to buff it out a little bit and make it a bit more soft looking, diffused looking, whatever you want to call it. And then we're pretty much done with the upper lid. If you watched any of my Insta story tutorials, by the way, you should really follow me on Instagram because I do so many tutorials on there. This year has definitely been the year that I really reconnected with Instagram, thanks to Insta stories. So yeah, please come on over and follow me on Instagram. Chances are I'm on stories almost every single day. Now to really round off the look, I'm going to go in with the shade Zen right here. It's a really pretty rosy transition shade, and I've barely touched it in the palette, but this step just really rounds off the look. To highlight, I'm just going to use this shade right here, Fabric. It's a beautiful rose gold. Jumping on to another favourite highlight I've been using non-stop is from Dior. This is the Backstage Glow Face palette. I have been using this little palette non-stop, and this white shade especially, mixed a little bit with this gold, is literally the best inner corner highlight. Every single time I wear this palette, especially these two shades as a highlighter topper, everyone stops me and asks me what I'm wearing as my highlighter. It is that good. For my liner, I actually just went in and did it without talking because, as it would seem, I just can't talk and do my eyeliners at the same time. But anyway, my eyeliners are non-mover favorites from the previous year, so I'll definitely link them in the description box below. For the lower lashes, I'm going back in the shade Archetype, but mixing it up a little bit with this beautiful golden shade next to it called Subliminal. And I'm just going to line my lower lash line with the mixture of those two shades, and then using the Morphe M506, once again I'm just going to buff out the lower lash line with the shade Honey, just to echo what I did on the top. Now I feel that lower lash line just lacking a little bit of colour, and we're going to go in with this kind of periwinkle matte blue. I've lied, I actually mixed it a little bit with the purple shade Craving that is on the top of the lid right there, because the last time I used this blue alone it turned quite grey. It wasn't as vibrant as I want it to be, and I really want the vibrancy on my lower lash line. So I think mixed with the metallic purple, it has actually worked out really, really well. Way better than just the matte blue on its own. Moving on to my favourite mascara of the year, it's definitely Lash Slick from Glossier. This is a tubing mascara. Not much is said about this mascara, but it is so good. Super lengthening. Combined with any volumizing mascara, this mascara will definitely give you serious lashes. My only favourite bronzer this past year, and definitely these past few months, is from Becca. It's the Gradient Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Sunrise Waves. It is just so beautiful. I like to use the warm half as my bronzer, the cool tone half as my contour on days when I think I need a bit more contouring. And then also the two highlighting strips on the side are super glowy as well. I just think it's such a pretty colour. Very, very flattering and super easy to use. Now going back to being a little chatty about what's happening, what's coming up on the channel, I just really want to kind of tell you guys, announcing this out loud I think will definitely keep myself accountable, is I am hoping to get back to my weekly schedule. And as my passion for makeup solidifies, as you know, I used to be a makeup artist, and it is the one thing that rescued me from being completely overworked and overwhelmed by my chefing career. And also as my passion for luxury brands deepens as well, I definitely aim to make more videos on both topics, and I hope that is okay for you guys, and I hope that we will continue to build this community. And you guys, I definitely need your help to come back and watch my videos week in, week out. I know there is a lot of content out there, but if there's anything you'd like to watch, you'd like me to film, then please leave them below in the comments section. You would certainly be an amazing help. Blush was definitely one of the products that I definitely scaled down from buying this year, purely because I had so many from the years before. One of my favorites definitely has to be the Jouer blush duos. These are so beautiful. The colors are amazing. But today I'm going to use another favorite blush of mine, and it is from MAC. It is the Extra Dimension blush in the shade Hushed Tones. I love all of the Extra Dimension blushes from MAC. They give you an amazing glow without being glittery, and it just looks like you're blushing from within. Highlighter wise, my most recent favorite is definitely from the Dior Lolly Glow collection. This is the spring summer Dior collection, and the shade I'm loving is 07 Peach Delight. It is the most flattering shade of rose gold, not too dark, not too coppery, not too pink, and definitely not too frosty. I cannot get enough of this. And then to top it off with my annual favourite, this is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb. I like to go in with a very fluffy blush brush, so I can really kind of squeeze down on those diamond particles, so to speak, so it doesn't look glittery, but it is extremely blinding. For a final bit of elevation, I'm just going to put the Dior Face Glow palette on the center ridge of my nose, leaving a little gap here, and then just a tiny bit of elevation on the tip of my nose. Of course, this is optional, but my nose is quite long, so I want to lift it up this way. Finally, for lips, one of my most used favorites recently definitely has to be the Lime Crime plushies in the shade Milk Tea. This is just such a beautiful kind of mauvey, dusty pink, and it goes on the lips so well. The beauty of this lip product is you can apply so effortlessly, and it looks so velvety and smooth and just an all-round perfect matte. Milk Tea is definitely one of my favourite shades to wear. It is just so easy, so pretty, and it goes well with pretty much every single look I do. But for this look, I do think it looks a little bit too pinky, and to fix that, I move on to my next lipstick favourite. This is Glossier Generation G in the shade Leo. Leo has definitely been one of my go-to this year to fix any lip colour that might appear to be too pink and just not neutral enough, because as you can see, it is a beautiful neutral brown. This is the newer formula that I ordered the other day. My original Leo actually broke, but this is just as good. It's slightly cooler toned than the original Leo, but nevertheless it really does work in neutralising any lipstick that is too pink or vibrant. Well, this is it, my friends. This is my current favourite look using my current favourite products. Slash annual favorite products. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much if you're still watching by this point. Obviously, we chatted about 2018 and looked forward to 2019. It has been a journey, and thank you so much for sticking with me. Please leave me a comment to let me know what are some of your favorite products lately, be it makeup or luxury items. I can't wait to hear from you all, and thank you once again for watching, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Take care, my friends. Bye.